Okay, so until yesterday, we haven't, so until yesterday, guys, shh, the video is running, so. Until yesterday, we really haven't done any word problems this year, because I wanted to cover lots of things and whatever. But you have to get comfortable with word problems. The only way to get comfortable with them is to do them, right? I agree, they can be very confusing. But if you can start to pull, it's oftentimes the words around the word problem that make it confusing, but the numbers are right there. You just need to know what to do with those numbers, right?
Why do they have to put the Billy Bob and all that?
The Billy Bob.
Why can't they just write it out?
Because people are dummies.
Like math words.
But in truth, can somebody close that door for me?
Which door?
In truth, math, the reason math, so guys, this is the weirdest video. Come on, listen. Okay?
I know you have
We
weirder
want to be
ones.
in the video.
Well, you are. Believe me, you are.
No, Gary, you have weirder
I'd
videos.
like stand next to
No,
you.
you can't.
Yeah, that won't
No,
lie.
Gary. One time there was
Because
this
I'd have to
guy
get
who kept
parental
cussing in the background of
permission.
one of
Oh, but my parents are fine with it.
So, word problems are more like real life kind of things. I mean, it's like usually when you need to use math, it's a real thing. Oh my God, I'm at the, I'm at the restaurant and the bill is $57.23 and I have to leave a tip. How much tip should I leave? That was a word problem, right? It's a real life thing. It's a word problem. We explained it in words, but remember, okay, so we got to figure out how do I put that into math and put it into an equation. And so it's such an important skill. And as we move forward, we're going to have to get more and more used to it. So my plan for you guys is to teach certain specific types of word problems, and let you get comfortable with those. Does that make sense? So it's not going to be, I'm not going to be giving you, traditionally I think the math profession has done a disservice to kids because they usually, oftentimes word problems, they'll give you one word problem and then the next one is completely different. Like completely different. And then the next one is completely different. And then the next one is completely different. And you're always feeling lost because you're not able to practice a method, right? Consistently that will work if you just get used to that method. But once you get confident on a certain ones, how many people are confident on the consecutive integer word problems? Well, that's because you weren't here. But for those who did the homework last night, are you pretty confident with it? Or you're getting there? At least you have a method that you know can work, right? And so that method is one we'll just practice again and again and again. And so the more, if I can get a certain base of word problems that you get comfortable with, those word problems won't scare you. And some of the other ones might start to sound similar to it. And you might be able to start to apply math to other kinds of word problems. That's my goal, at least. We'll see. But anyways, so today we're going to talk about geometry word problems, and it's really going to be quite simple. So you two are talking a lot, so I'm going to move you soon, just so you know, right? So because you need to pay attention. Do you have your notebooks out?
It's me and all of
Okay. So this is so off-centered. You're right. I should have done this. Okay. So let's just talk about formulas for a second. Okay. So we're gonna talk about formulas, and they're quite simple. We're only going to talk about a rectangle.
Oh my God.
Okay. The first thing is called area. What is area?
Inside
It's area is everything inside this. Do you guys agree with me?
Yes.
It's the whole area inside this rectangle. That whole area. Everything inside is the area. Does anybody know how to find area?
I used to.
Depends how many square cubes.
You multiply all of
Okay, so here's the formula. A, which stands for area, equals, there's two ways to write it. Length times width, or you could say area equals base times height.
I knew
Okay.
it.
Which one did you know?
I knew both of them.
You knew both of them, great. They're the same thing. Length, width, right? Length, width, base, height.
Isn't base times height like how you find like the volume of three-dimensional objects? Is there like not a rectangle, but they're like
Well, think about it. We've got area. Area is on a two-dimensional thing, right? Area has this dimension and this dimension. It's a flat plane. Once we move it into three-dimensional, right, like this, right? Once, and you have a cube, it's length times width times depth, right? Or whatever. Length times width times depth, I guess, right? So you've got two dimensions, this dimension, but you also have this third dimension that goes deep, right? And that would be not called area, that would be called volume. Volume is all the space inside the box, right? But since we're not talking about a box, we're only talking about a plane, a two-dimensional plane, that is called area. Does that make sense? Okay, and so those are our two things. So if I said the length was 11 and the width was 7, and we'll say inches, we'll call it inches. What is the area? Right? It's 77 inches, right? Because area is length times width. 11 times 7, 77 what though? So the area here would be 11 times 7, which is 77. 77 what? Okay, notice it's inches times inches.
Oh,
This is exponent rules. Inches times inches is inches
square.
squared, right? X times x is x squared. Y times y is y squared. Inches times inches is inches squared. So your answer to an area problem is always going to be in something squared. If it was feet, what would it be in? The answer, if the feet was 11 feet times 7 feet, it would be 77 feet squared. If it was yards, 11 yards times 7 yards, it would be 77 yards. Right, exactly. So, all right, so it would be inches, in this case, inches squared, right? Okay, now what is perimeter? Not the
Like
formula, but what is it?
The sides.
You add all the sides together.
Okay, so in this case,
7 times 2.
use a different color maybe. The perimeter is just this. It's the fence. It's the fence around the area, right? That's the perimeter. And, okay. And so somebody said you add all the sides together. Does that make sense? Right? If this is 11 inches and this is 7 inches, oh shoot, they didn't give me this. They didn't give me this. Ah!
But they're the same.
Oh, right, they're the same. Oh, right, okay. 11 inches, right? If this is 11 inches, this is 11 inches. If this is 7 inches, this is 7 inches, because this is a rectangle, right? Rectangles have right angles. So I know, I didn't tell you it was rectangle, but it's a rectangle.
36.
Told us it was.
So yes, so how would I figure it out? So I would figure out, it would be length plus length plus W, right? So it would be 11 plus 11 plus 7 plus 7.
36 inches to the fourth.
So 22, 28, 28, 36, you're right. So 36. So it equals 36. Now, we're talking inches. Is it inches, inches squared, inches quadrupled, inches cubed?
It's just inches.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, because you're adding them. Okay.
You're just adding them, right? You're not multiplying them, right? Does that make sense? With area, you multiply, therefore it's inches squared. With perimeter, you're adding, therefore it's just inches, right? Okay? Yes?
Can't the formula be for perimeter like length times 2 plus width times 2?
Yes, some people write it this way. So you could write it like this. Oh wait, that's gonna be off the thing. Let me just do this. I'll do it this way. Okay, so you could say P is equal to 2 times L plus 2 times W. Have you guys seen that before?
Yeah.
Right? So you could say, okay, 2 times 11, which is 22, plus 2 times 7, which is 14. 22 plus 14 is 36, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
I think on the homework, I just put P equals this, because I didn't want to confuse you by having two, like, I put these two formulas, but I didn't put these two, I just put this one. But this is totally fine if you want to use this one, because it's the same thing. All right, so now, okay, we figured out perimeter, we figured out area, that's really easy. Now it gets harder. But it's a fun kind of harder. This is coming apart. Okay, here we go. What if I said this? Okay, find the length and width of a rectangle. Comma, if the width is W and the length is 4 more than W. Okay, well yeah, I have to say one more thing. And the perimeter is 24. 24, we'll say feet this time. Okay? You got all that written down in your notes?
No.
Okay, I'll give you a second to finish it. So there's a lot of words there, you know what I mean? So we have to sort of figure out a way to take those words and put them into something and know what to do. And one great way is they talk about a rectangle, then you draw the rectangle, right? You draw a rectangle. It doesn't have to be a beautiful rectangle. It can be, but it doesn't have to be, right? But you just draw the rectangle, and then you start putting things on the rectangle. Find the length and width of a rectangle. If the width is W and the length is 4 more than W, and the perimeter is 24 feet. So I'm going to write down what they gave us. They said the width is W. And they said the length is, now how would I write that? 4 more than W.
W plus 4.
Right? You do the W first, and then the plus 4. Because can't have 4 more than anything until you have that thing first, right? You gotta have the W and then plus 4. Whenever you see more than, or less than, or greater than, or lower than, it always goes to the right. And then you come back to that little space you left to put what is, right? Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody with me on that? Okay, so now let's go to my drawing here. Is this my width? Sure, we'll call that W. What's this? This is my length, which is
Width plus 4. W plus 4.
W plus 4. Okay, so what is my perimeter? My perimeter, they gave me, my formula is this. And I think just because just because because we're dealing with these weird things here, I'm not gonna use the 2 times right now, I'm just gonna go like that for a second. All right, did they give me perimeter?
Yeah.
24, right? So I put 24 equals, what's my length? What? Right, which is this, this is my length. So W plus 4 plus another length, W plus 4 plus W plus W, right? So how many W's do I have? 4. So we got 24 is equal to 4 W's plus 4 is 8. Okay? I want to find W, right? So what would I do? Subtract 8, right? What's 24 minus 8?
16.
Okay, 16 is equal to 4W. I want to find W, divide by 4, so my W is equal to 4. You guys agree with me?
Yes.
4, and we're talking feet, right? 4 feet. So what is W again?
4.
And that's my width, right? So I know my width is 4 feet. And do I know my length now? What? I go to this, look, I have length is 4 plus 4. 8 is 8 feet. And I'm done. That's all I needed to do. Does that make sense? You get it?
Yeah.
Shall we do one more? I think one more would be good.
We should do some on the board.
Yeah.
You want to just do, why don't I give you one to all do together?
Yeah, let's do
Is
that.
that on the
Togetherness.
boards, or do you want to do it all together like this? How do you want to do it?
All together.
On the board.
I'll take,
I don't care. You can do it both.
okay. Can I erase this now?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Good. Shelby probably has it in her notes if you need it.
No, I got it.
Okay. All right, so instead of erasing all of this, I'm going to just erase this. Okay. W for more than twice W. Okay, and the perimeter is 50 feet. Okay, there's our new problem. You tell me what to do.
Put W.
Right here? And I could write width is W, right? Width equals W, okay? Do I know length? Let me write length. What does that equal? 4 more, how do I write that? 4 more than twice W.
4 plus.
Remember, 4 more than means plus 4, right? But over here. And then that space you left is the twice W. You gotta put the twice W first, and then 4 more than here.
W to the.
How would I do twice W? What does twice mean?
Is it W squared?
Is it W squared?
It's 2W.
It's 2W,
Oh.
right? W squared is like,
Yeah, it's like we did that.
I don't know how you'd say that, W squared. W times W, right? But twice W is 2 times. Twice always means 2 times. So, you guys agree with me? The 4 more than goes plus 4 off to the right, right? Plus 4, 4 more than. But here, I've got to have something here. Twice W. Twice W. You guys with me? Does that make sense? Okay, so this is twice W plus 4. Now my formula is perimeter is equal to L plus W plus W, right? So perimeter is what? 50. So I'm going to put a 50 here. Equals what? 2W plus 4? 2W plus 4 plus 2W plus 4 plus W plus W? Yes? All right, how many W's do I have?
You have 4W. No, 4, 6.
6 W's, I have 6 W's, so 50 is equal to 6 W's plus what?
Plus 8.
Plus 8, okay, 4 plus 4 is 8.
Subtract 8.
Subtract 8. I have 42 is equal to 6W.
So then it would be 7 equals W.
Divide by 6, W is equal to 7, and we were talking feet in this case, so we'll say feet. All right, so we know our width is feet, right? Width is 7 feet. And what's our length? How do I find my length?
You multiply 7 by 2, and then you add 4.
So W is 7, right?
It'd be 18. Your length
2
is
times
18.
2 times 7 is 14, plus 4 is 18. Did everybody agree with that?
Yep.
Make sense? 18 feet. Awesome. All right, fist to 5. You get it? It's not hard, right?
We have to do a couple more, otherwise I'm like,
Okay, let's do another
Can
one.
we do more on the
we
board?
should stop the video.
Yeah, I can stop the video.